Dad started all of it off, started the whole thing in a little small cot. Him and his father used to do it, and then and his brothers then got involved, and when they got the dredger, he got them involved, and then they started the company, and that's where we all got the job there. So Dad's the blame for it all.
In 2023, my grandfather, who I had known for almost 20 years of my life, passed away at the age of 85. In his wake, he left behind a legacy in his family that led his sons to follow in his path as fishermen in the Wexford Mussel fleet. This is their story.
Alright, well, my name is Padraig Ryan. I'm skipper of the Eden Vale mussel boat. All my family are on that boat. The two brothers are, Michael and Robert, are on the boat as well.
Okay, well, I'm Rob, and I'm second youngest. The family is 6. I'm kind of like a relief skipper, I suppose, or a Padraig's right-hand man in this wheelhouse. And that's what I do. And if he's not there, I do the fishing.
Padraig, Rob and their brother Mick are the third generation of my family to fish mussels in County Wexford.
I've been working on boats since 1986 or thereabouts. I went full-time in 87, 88. Took over from my dad, skippering the boat in the early 90s, I think, or mid-90s. Mid-90s, I suppose. And I've been doing it ever since.
Mussel fish, like mussel farming, what we do is during September usually, we usually go out to sea and look for mussel spat. They're juvenile mussels. And we bring them all in then into the harbour and relay them into our plots in the harbour. And then we leave them there for 18 months or 2 years, sometimes 3 years, and fish them back up then and sell them. They're ready for selling.
My uncles have been helping out on my grandfather's boat since they were kids, so perhaps it was inevitable this would become their careers.
I didn't really want to do anything else, so this is all I wanted to do. It's kind of a natural progression from messing around in small boats to fishing and working on the bigger ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoy it.
The first memories I have is I was about 10 or 11. Used to go on the transplant with Dad and Padraig, and I used to eat Jaffa cakes and drink tea and sit in the corner of the wheelhouse when they were doing the fishing.
Yeah, it's a bit different now, right? Miss him off the boat, but I miss his input and stuff. Yeah. But still the job is the same, really. It changes. It's changed in the last few years due to the lack of mussels and more competition. But yeah, it's been different, all right, yeah.
They each have their own personal memories of being on the boat and how they felt it changed their lives.
Memories of that when there was just Dad and Padraig and Mick, myself on the boat when I was really young. I remember one time being seasick and sitting on Dad's lap, and Sean and Eddie were coming behind us in the older boat, because we had two boats at the time. They kept the older boat and the newer boat, and we were nearly back at the bar. And me and Mick were sick, and I was feeling sick. We're looking at the radar, and I was waiting for it to get closer to the Raven Point, because I knew when I was getting to the harbour it wouldn't be as rocky like. And then Sean and Eddie were in the other boat, and they broke down, and so it had turned around. And I said to Dad, "Can we not just leave him there?" And that was a good memory. It was good memories.
The fishing industry has changed massively since our family's business, Wexford Mussels, started decades ago.
Well, as I said, it depends on if there's seed this year. If there's seed this year, it'll be okay probably. At the moment, it's a bit up in the air. You don't know what's going to happen, like, because we've not in the fish now, not in the harvest next year. We need to get mussel seed this year, or it'll be very difficult to keep going.
We've had no seed mussels planted for the last 2 years, so it means this year in 2025 we'll have no harvest, so we have nothing to sell. And if we don't get seed mussels this summer, we probably won't be in business anymore. Like the rest of the boats as well, like they're in the same position. So it's not looking that great at the moment. Yeah.
In the end, the future remains uncertain for the mussel fishing industry, as no word has come for if mussel seed will arrive on time for the next harvest. The voices you have heard today are only some of those affected by the change, and it is unknown just what lies ahead for the rest.
On the mainland, our wives and our daughters are wishing